Hi you guys, welcome to your May 2024 Astrological forecast. Before I begin, I'd like to give a shout out to my subscribers. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and commenting on my videos. If you're new to this channel and you like this video, please remember to subscribe, okay? All the interactions that you have with my channel really helps it to grow. Okay, so now for May. Okay, on the 2nd, Pluto turns retrograde. It is in Aquarius, okay, right now. And on the 7th, there's a new moon in Taurus. On the 15th, Mercury moves into Taurus. On the 20th, the Sun moves into Gemini. On the 23rd, there is a full moon in Sagittarius. And also on that day, Venus moves into Gemini. And then on the 25th, Jupiter moves into Gemini. Okay, and I did do a separate video on Jupiter and Gemini, so go listen to that to get more detail, because I'm not going to really cover it in your monthly forecast because I already did it in that video. Okay, and don't forget to check out my weekly forecasts, which have become actually like a daily short. Whenever there is a major aspect, okay, is when I post a daily short. Okay, now for your forecast. Hi Sagittarius. So I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm doing this during a storm. There is the sound of rain and thunder, whatever. Anyways, so for May, okay, Pluto in Aquarius turns retrograde on the 2nd in your 3rd house. That's where you have the sign of Aquarius, okay? And, you know, the 3rd house is like your neighbors, your neighborhood, your everyday life, pretty much whatever you would do with throughout the normal course of your day, and people you would run into, you know. It is communication and travel, usually local travel, which is a day trip, overnight trip, weekend trip, tri-state area, something like that. And any form of communication, including regular postal mail, okay? So it's just, you know, you may not even really notice this, it turning retrograde. It just means that if you, whatever you were doing, you know, this is the written word. If you were writing something at this time, this would be your time to review it. Retrograde planets do that. They give you the opportunity to sit back and look over something and then try to figure out how to proceed after that, right? Or, you know, it could be, you know, something that you're tweaking. This is an internet house. You know, maybe you do already have a website or podcast or YouTube channel or something or other. Maybe you're going to be doing something different there. Either way, okay? Mars is in Aries the whole month. It's in your 5th house. That's where you have the sign of Aries, along with Mercury up until the 15th. So we've got Mercury and Mars moving together in Aries, and Mars is the natural ruler of Aries, so it does well when it's here. And the combination of these two planets together, though, with Mercury being the communication and Mars being the ego planet, everyone is experiencing this transit wherever they have Aries in their chart. And what it usually does bring about is the me factor. People like to talk about themselves at this time, wherever this is occurring within their chart. And, you know, yours is happening in your 5th house. But because Mars is in Aries and it belongs there and does well there, I believe that not just you, but everyone, when they are speaking on their own behalf, okay, it's with confidence and it's with truth. You know, you may have to point out to people certain things about yourself that maybe they were taking for granted or were unaware of, you know. Especially this is happening in your house of creativity, fun, romance, sports, games, speculation, gambling, and anything to do with children. But as far as creativity goes, you may have to tell somebody, I was doing that long before you were born, or, you know, I know how to do this or that. Why are you trying to tell me or teach me something that you think I don't already know? And this could just be somebody trying to turn you on to something that, I don't know, music, film, something or other that they just don't know that you could probably run circles around them in that area, you know. Or it could be in romance, you know. Somebody could act like they're doing you a big favor by even giving you the time of day, and you could be like, whoa, wait a minute, hon. You know, I've been beating them off with a baseball bat for years, you know. I have lots of suitors or people interested in me. Who the hell do you think you are? Stuff like that, okay? Other than that, though, with Mars here, it does make you really invigorated into doing something creative or having some fun, doing something fun, okay? If you don't already dance, I'm pretty sure that you may feel like it whenever Mars is here. It's very energetic, physically energetic, and it makes you want to get out there and do stuff. So you may even play sports or games at this time, and not just board games. You could be out there playing tennis or badminton at least, okay? So then the sun is in Taurus, okay, up until the 20th. Venus is in Taurus up until the 23rd. Mercury moves into Taurus on the 15th and is here like the rest of the month. And then Jupiter moves into Gemini on the 25th, but up until that point it's still in Taurus. And of course the planet Uranus is still here, okay? And there's a new moon in Taurus on the 7th. So all this is happening in your 6th house where you have the sign of Taurus. So this is the house of work. The kind of work that you do, the workplace, your co-workers, the company you work for, possibly the policies and whatever, your schedule, work schedule. Uranus has been here for a while, prompting you to either go solo, go out on your own, create your own business, your own line of work, your own line of anything. With Jupiter here, it did bring opportunity to do just that. If you haven't already, started some kind of side job or position that is yours and yours alone while still working at your regular job, this would be the time to do that. A lot of times before Jupiter leaves a sign and moves into the next sign, it does one last aspect of good fortune, okay? So, this is the time to really, try to, especially around that new moon of the 7th, okay? Start something new, start your business or expand on your business in some way. You may see an increase in clients or interest in whatever it is that you do. You may have some really nice offers even, especially around that new moon, even from past employers or people that you've done work for in the past, or a job that you've done in the past that was like fun or different in some way. Like a lot of times, for me, I'll give you an example. I've worked as a film extra every so often. Okay, I haven't done it for years, but it's something that I could still do if I felt like, calling them up and saying, hey, do you have anything? And it's fun, it's different, and it's not ongoing. When that film's done, so are you. Anyway, something like that, okay? So then, the sun moves into Gemini, okay, on the 20th. Wow, I don't know if you heard that one. Anyways, sure hope his power stays on here, okay? Anyway. And Venus moves into Gemini on the 23rd, followed by Jupiter on the 25th, moving into Gemini into your 7th house, where you have Gemini. Okay, Gemini is your opposite sign. It's directly across from your 1st house of Sagittarius, and there is even a full moon in Sagittarius on the 23rd. But I'll get to that in a minute. Anyways, I did do a video on Jupiter and Gemini, so please listen to that for more detail, because I won't really be covering it in your monthly here because I've already covered it in that video. But anyways, Venus and Jupiter together, even though they were just in Taurus, are now in Gemini, and it's bringing in more opportunities for partnerships. This is the house of close relationships and partnerships, business, romantic, or friendship, and arrangements and agreements. Okay, this is the house of marriage, right? So you will have many opportunities, especially starting now with Venus here and the Sun highlighting this area, for new partnerships, relationships coming into your life, okay? New offers of some kind or other, but people wanting to pair up with you, okay? And it could be like regarding business, regarding work, you know, because of all the stuff that just happened in your 6th house in Taurus. Now it's all moving into your 7th house of arrangements and agreements, and even this is the house of contracts, okay? The written word is the 3rd house. The actual drawing up of that contract is the 7th house of lawyers. This is the house of experts, okay? Contacting an expert regarding something, and that would be an attorney, right? And if you are going to get into any kind of contractual, like agreements, I would, if I were you, I would always include an attorney. Go to an attorney, okay, and have them look over the contract. And this full moon in your sign, in your 1st house, I really don't think there's too much going on here, because the planets in Gemini are really, really nice. And there aren't any planets in Sagittarius right now, just this full moon. And a full moon does bring problems to the surface so they can be dealt with and then done away with. So that could be what happens here is in one of your close relationships, you may make some kind of new arrangement or new agreement, you know, that you've been possibly thinking about, or something that's been going on that's on your nerves, you know, in one of your close relationships. So this is the time to get that off your chest, okay? So the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Sagittarius on the 23rd, 24th, and 25th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Gemini, and those dates are the 8th, 9th, and 10th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 4th, 5th, 6th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. The best time for money is the 11th, 12th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. The best time for your career is the 15th, 16th, and 17th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 1st, 2nd, 13th, 14th, 15th, 27th, 28th, and 29th. So I hope you enjoyed your forecast for May. Be sure to check out my weekly forecasts, which are now daily shorts. See ya.